Man, I'm having to get used to this new camera. It looks weird to me. Anyways, I wanted to make an update today because today marks exactly 6 months since surgery. Um, so I was like, be a good time to do an update. Since surgery, I have lost maybe 20 pounds, 30 pounds. And before surgery, I lost about 20, 25. I can't remember exact numbers. Um, but the weight just keeps falling off. And I know that since surgery, most of my weight loss was nothing but muscle. Um, and I'm just saying that going into showing the results or whatever. I need to turn on a light. I did not decorate this apartment. I'm renting it, and it came pre-furnished. That's why there's all those things on the wall. All right, so I feel like my lighting is very poor right now. Okay, did that help any? It will. All right, we can do this. So, I was so concerned about the lighting, I forgot what I was going to say. All right, this is 6 months. I mean, as you can see, there are no scars. The only scars that I do have is where he went in the sides, right here. Um, really visible, so that's nice. This he did some lipo in here. I had like a fall over, like huge amounts of fat in there, where I was like really obese as a kid. It just never went away. And he also went up in to here that direction too and tore all of this. Um, I'm still getting feeling back slowly in this area, like where he had to rip all that up. As far as all this, like from here up, I have feeling. Um, this nipple, I can kind of feel, and this one's not like. It's like okay, cool nipple, I feel it. Um, hair growth since surgery has been about the same as before. Um, so it's just yeah. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more or better. My roommate made a joke about the size of my nipples, but apparently they're not any bigger than a guy that has big nipples. So um, my only concern is where I've lost weight. You can see that the skin bunches up there. When I had pec muscles, it wasn't a problem. Um, so I think the goal is just to work out my chest again. And I'm sure over time the skin is also going to tighten back up. It has only been 6 months. He said it takes a year for full results to return. And so, that's as far as 6 months go, I am pretty beyond ecstatic about the results that I've seen. So I just wanted to show you guys, and it's Dr. Emerson in Gastonia, North Carolina, which is right outside of Charlotte. It's like a sub-city of Charlotte, if you will. Um, it's a very nice town, actually. And, I mean, he's just awesome. I sent him pictures. I guess at 6 months I'm supposed to go back. And I'm debating on when I should make that trip, if at all. Everything seems to be fine. I don't see the need for any revisions. Everything that I see as far as like that skin and stuff goes is because I've lost so much weight. Um, it's nothing that I don't nothing else. As far as the sides go and stuff. I mean, no dog earring, nothing. So that's really cool. And I have not been using the vitamin E like I should. Um, and I wish that I would have done that because those would probably be gone by now. But you know how we all get lazy. I don't know if it's too late to start doing that. And I'm absolutely amazed. I had no idea. I don't stand around and look in the mirror naked, but you know, um, I'm starting working out again. So this is me in poor shape, I guess. But having lost all that weight, being able to see muscle definition where I couldn't before, even though I'm much smaller than I was. So this is my starting point, and you guys are going to get to see as I progress. And As you can see, it's very disproportionate right now because I have not been working out. As far as these are much smaller in proportion to my shoulders. My pecs definitely need a little more here, and working on those abs, I guess, will be a part of the priority. And lats, definitely, because I've lost, that lipo there, and most of that fat is gone. But this is so underdeveloped that I would like to see more than just that. I'd like to see it extended down and out a little more, which means I'll also need to get my arms a little bigger for that to look proportionate. But overall, I'm very stoked with my body and the changes that I have helped testosterone develop. Working out, eating healthy, being healthy in general, living a healthier lifestyle will always benefit you. But I think with being on the hormones, it made the changes I want. Obviously, more masculine. My shoulders, they became much more broad. I've always had a really wide rib cage set before, and now it just kind of seems to fit with my body, and that's nice. As far as hips, that is one thing that is slowly, these aren't my hips, these are, that took time. And I'm going to drop the camera down. For those of you who are wondering about the hips, you can see my breakfast over there. But I'm going to drop that down too low. So this took a very long time to go away. I'm at over 2 years on testosterone now. And as you can see, there's still, but it's to the point, I had some hips. I was very hippie. And, the hormone replacement really helped get rid of that excess fat there with working out. Obviously, it's just not going to disappear regardless. And that's just my lemon love handles. But the hips, I feel like I can't drop this down anymore without being too inappropriate. That's, and I still have showing crack on, I don't think my ass was huge before, like good huge. I don't think it's ever going to go away. It's at a decent size now. So, that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with a little booty, I guess. But I will be excited to see those as I progress to work out. I think testosterone has done what it is for the hips, and from here on, it's mostly up to me. Same with the love handles. That fat's, your core fat's like the hardest thing to get rid of, and you can't choose an area. It's a loose fat. It happens all over. So I'm really gonna focus on cardio. Running did a lot for me, but not quite as much as some of the MMA cardio that I've been doing. I am not training to fight MMA. I've just been doing the workouts and cardios as a fun means of getting in shape. For those of you who are bored with running and biking, it's definitely really, really good for you, intense, and you don't have to do it as long. I get well overworked out within 30 minutes of doing that, than more winded than, when I go run 5 miles, or when I did run 5 miles. I'm sure if I went and ran 5 miles right now, I would be winded because I have not had time to go running that much. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the physical progress of testosterone of course, over 2 years. And, where I'm struggling personally, trying to become as healthy as I can and develop the body of my dreams, because I've been given the surgery to the surgery has been a huge motivational factor, because now I can go without my shirt. I didn't want to be obese before, unfortunately, I was obese, and then I was overweight. And I'm still a little overweight, and you're going, well, that's nitpicky. It's not. American culture, I'm not getting into that whole spiel, but having, the amount of fat that I do on my body is actually still really unhealthy. And that too, you can see this, but it doesn't bother me in a sense of, oh my God, I feel like I need a revision, or I don't feel like this looks good enough, because for 5 grand and 6 months and no scars, this is the shit. Even if I had scars, I would still be 100% satisfied. But I love it. I mean, it is just healed. I can't wait. Like, I had feeling in here, but not. It's still got some. It's a weird feeling, and I still get some shooting nerve pain. Um, but again, it's gonna take time. Nerves take time. I'm fine with it. It's whatever. Um, and for those of you who, there are people who may never care to have top surgery, and those of you who feel like without it, fuck, how am I gonna, how am I gonna get out of bed each day and take a shower and turn on the lights? Because I was to the point I was taking showers in the dark. It just drove me that far insane, because it was just a constant reminder of how a good way to word this. We're supposed to learn to accept things the way they are, but this was just one of those things that, within my means, I was able to correct. And in doing that, it has improved the quality of my life greatly. And I see this no different than, say there's a woman who has triple D's and is causing her back problems. Physically and mentally, that's going to wear her down. What I've done is no different. Or a man who has gynecomastia, or or my father, for instance, he had, and it's genetics. I'll have to get it done. Let me try and get the light out of the way. Our eyelids, genetically, they get really heavy, and then by the time he was 45, I think, they dropped down, and he only had maybe 35 vision left, because they get really heavy and or droopy. I don't know. Like, they didn't look droopy, but as you can see, mine are already pretty heavy compared to most people's. You can see how they're kind of thicker in this area. Well, they just keep doing that, and but while he had that corrected, he went ahead and had a little mini facelift, and there's nothing wrong with that. But him having to get that corrected, there's a reason for it. He could walk around like this all the time. Extremely inconvenient, I can't imagine always holding my eyes open like that. So there are always reasons to fix things. But the number one thing that you have to realize is it the right reason, and are you going about it the right way? And I felt like I met both of those goals. As far as surgery, I definitely appreciate having waited as long as I did. Not that there was really a choice financially, but the gratitude and grateful response that I have for it, it can't be described. And the individual who mostly helped me out with that probably has no idea the place that they'll always hold in my heart, because it is because of them that my life and the quality of my life and everything from here on out, because I was able to accomplish this at such a young age as well. I'm only 24. Everything's going to be 100% better. And my outlook, everything. And you're just like, but it's just one simple thing. But we all know that one little thing, it can really bring us down if it's worth, there obviously, we all get hung up on stupid shit that we shouldn't. I have a friend that has an '06 Volkswagen that her parents bought her. It's brand new. Technically, what is it, like 7 years old? Doesn't look like it. And constantly complaining, I need a new car. This thing is old. The window doesn't roll up and down the right way, And I'm just like, and letting something like that tear you down, something so petty. You know, I'm not saying that if you have an 89 car and you really need a new one, that's a different story. But when you have something that's good and it's efficient and it's better than, you know, what you should expect, especially being that you didn't buy it yourself, and this applies to all things in life, you should be grateful. And, but we're all going to have those things that you just can't settle with. And for me, this was that. You know, I drove a scooter for 2 years. I was fine with that. People laugh at me. You know, I was completely fine with it. I was like, I don't need a car. It may be embarrassing at times. It may suck when it rains. And it may take me a little longer to get places outside of the city. But in the end, it wasn't do or die. I didn't have to have a car because American society thinks that a car is, you know, well, those of you who live in larger cities don't understand, but out here, it just is. It's a status symbol. It's you don't have a car, you must be lazy or unreliable. You must have no responsibility, like, because people use a car to get around, and especially when you live in a small city or in the country. I mean, you kind of need. I'm gonna use that term loosely. Need a car. A town like Greenville, you don't. You could actually get by with a bike and a bus route. I could walk to work now. I'm literally less than half a mile away living. You know, I just recently moved. I'm at less than a half a mile from my jobs, you know. So, God, this video is much longer than I anticipated. So that's an update. Hopefully you guys just watched the first 3 minutes and aren't still watching at 16 minutes. But if you do, I love you guys. And any questions or anything, just let me know as far as surgery goes. And I am going to be updating my physical progress because, and sharing with you how I'm going about doing it, because I feel it is important for everybody to try and be their best. And I want to show you the tools that I'm implementing to do that, because physical well-being means mental well-being, means emotional well-being, and I really am sincerely wanting to share that with all of you, especially the harm that we're already doing to our bodies taking testosterone to fix the hormone imbalance. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys later.